Good morning, Raiders. Welcome back to the show that is soon to be named. Whether you are an artist, athlete, academic weapon, or an active member of community, we have something for everyone here. I'm Scott Thorkelson, and buckle up, we'll hit the gas, and let's hit the road as we take a trip through the high school. Now, I'm no artist, but I do know how to draw a crowd. Jack, how are we drawing crowds in the art department?
Well, I'm glad you asked, because the band is getting ready for their solo ensemble contest on the 22nd. For those who don't know, solo and ensemble is a competition where instrumental soloists and groups compete in front of judges and get scored on ability and talent. We also have an interview with a junior about her heavy metal band, Nile Flows Red. This band was formed by Hastings students who have a passion for music. Let's hear from the arts.
Musical talent isn't restricted to the classrooms here at HHS. Some students love it so much that they take the chance at making it for themselves. Enter in Nile Flows Red, a band made entirely of students and alumni in Hastings.
So it first formed in this school for me anyways. James, my rhythm guitarist, and Adam, he is our lead guitarist. And so they first came together like 2 years before me, and so we were sitting in Schultz's room, and somehow they overheard me talking about like guitar. And so Adam comes up and he goes, "Oh my God, you play guitar?" And so not even a week later, I was in their basement playing my bass for them. So usually we take like a week before just to like practice any like covers or any of our songs that we have to do. And then typically the day of, we will spend 8 hours in Lucas's, our drummer's, garage just slamming. We've played at the Pillar Forum, the Flying V, and the Garage.
From garage studio to the grand stage, this band continues to awe with their performance. If you have any talents of your own you'd like us to recognize, let us know with the QR codes posted around the school and submitting your work to Hastings Art Talent. The solo and ensemble performance is right around the corner, and their last dress rehearsal is set for April 16th. With their choice of music being set in stone by early March, they've been practicing relentlessly for their performance coming up on April 22nd.
I think I'm pretty well prepared. I've been getting practice time at least twice a week since I first got my solo a few months ago.
It's been a lot of work, but it's been really nice seeing everything fall into place more and more as I practice more, and it's just been really exciting to see everything progress.
I chose Sonata by Mozart. I chose that solo because it's a challenge. I knew it would be hard for me, and that's what I wanted.
Do you feel prepared for the dress rehearsal?
I do, and I'm really excited to play with my accompanist again and just see everything come together in that aspect.
If you know Colvin, you know he's a sucker for a good golf t-shirt. Speaking of golf, in sports this week we had once again a lot of activities. We have baseball, softball, boys golf, girls golf, tennis, boys lax, girls lax, track, ultimate frisbee, and trap and skeet. And others that I probably missed that Colvin will probably end up hearing about. And with that, let's turn over to the athletics team to see what's happening.
Good morning, Raider fans. Before the weekend starts, we have Raider sports news to update you on. Our softball team hit off their season with an electric win, with the final score being 15-1 for varsity and 12-2 for JV, both playing against Matamidi. After their great showing against Matamidi, the softball team hosted Rosemount Saturday. Senior Rachel Notch, with the bases loaded, hit a double driving and 3 runs, but it wasn't enough as the Raiders dropped a close game 5-4 to the defending state champs. The boys golf team started off with a duel against Two Rivers last Wednesday at Gopher Hills. sophomore David Bauer led the way for the Raiders, carding a 76 as the medalist and leading the Raiders to the 11-point win over the Warriors. The following day, the Raiders placed 6th in a field of 12. Bauer was again on fire, this time recording a 72 for the day. Girls' side of golf, the Raiders led conference favorite Hill Murray through 5 holes before the humbling 8th hole at Hidden Greens, collecting a few watery balls. In the first match of the year, Madison Haynes was in a 3-way tie as medalist carding a 44. Last Thursday was the one and only home track and field meet, much to the relief of Coach Cup. Junior Sebastian Strauss made his presence known by running the fastest 200 time in state this year so far. Not to be outdone, junior Layden Hoffman bested him in the same event on Friday when the team traveled to Austin, Minnesota. And Sebastian then runs the fastest 400 time in the state so far. The baseball team started the season with top-heavy opponents Hill Murray and St. Thomas, building momentum each game, the peaking against Tartan on Friday, sophomore Charlie Myers getting the start at third base. In the 6th inning, Myers makes a driving grab, then churns a double play with Lucas Niederkorn at second and Cole Weiner at first to hold the 5-4 lead. Boys tennis traveled to Apple Valley and dropped 2 close matches to Apple Valley and Cloquet by the score of 5-2 each. Both matches had 2 third-round set losses as the Raiders battled throughout. Fisher, Koofman, and Gus Whitehill Conover went 2-0 on the day in doubles.
You know, Molly, I started reading this book about anti-gravity the other day, and I really just can't put it down. Molly, what did we put down in academics this week?
Well, it's been a great week both inside the school and outside of it. Yesterday, Mr. Davenport took students on a field trip to Delta Airlines. Here, students got to spread their wings and learn the inner workings of all things flight. We're also highlighting one of the most notorious teachers here at HHS, Mr. Lutz. Teaching A-Push since dinosaurs have roamed the earth, Lutz has become a staple in the 3B pod. And not to brag, but me and Scott here were definitely some of his favorite students. As always, let's head over to the academics team and see what they put together for us today.
On Thursday, April 10th, many of Davenport's auto students flew over at 7:50 a.m. to tour Delta Airlines. They started in the Endeavor Tower and got to take a shop-to-shop tour. They got to see many things like the engine shop where they work on old engines and the sheet metal shop where they work on old plane bodies. The tour ended around 12 p.m. and I truly hope it was a blast. I sure hope no one wore Crocs, flip-flops, or shorts.
PremiumBeat.com.
Hey y'all, welcome back to HCT Cribs. I'm your host, Carly, and we're gonna go check out Mr. Lutz's crib today.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the crib, the advisory corner for Team Japan. You probably noticed that we are a highly decorated Olympic champion group up here in 3B, back to back 3B regional champs. And we have every intention to make it a 4-peat next year. As best referenced there, even by the GOAT, we got the man, the myth, the legend, Teddy Roosevelt in the middle, founder. You'll probably also notice from time to time around my room, little ducks that have shown up since about midway through last year, mysteriously, and they just keep, they're like little rabbits. They keep showing up and multiplying. And I know who you are, and I will hunt you down. Vengeance will be mine, ultimately, in the end. This little bobblehead that used to be my dear friend, Mr. Reuters, who we all loved so much and miss him greatly. Chairs over here on this side are gifts from the one and only Mr. Dressen, who I used to enjoy having a rock with, as he described it. So come on in, see Mr. Lutz, and have a rock with me sometime.
With prom coming up, I hope you all have a great time and promise me that you'll all be safe and smart. And news of the Polar Plunge. We misreported on Tuesday. The Polar Plunge is free of charge, donations are optional, but encouraged, and everyone, regardless of donations, is encouraged to take the plunge. Nalea, what is happening in the lead up to prom?
Well, everybody right now is scrambling to get ready for prom.
We have some great local businesses here in Hastings that can help you with just that. We're going to be taking a look at some that can help you with the search for the perfect prom outfits, preparations, promposals, or anything else you might need. Alongside that, we have another Rate My Ride, for real this time. Let's take a look.
My name is Vicki.
I own and run Hastings Flower Company. I've been doing proms for a long time. Whether you want wristlets, which are most popular. Some people choose to have our handheld ones, and all you need to do is pick out what kind of wristlet fits you, whether you want silver or gold. They run, like I said, about $45 or so for the kind of the average one. The boutonnieres are about $20. I always just say if you could bring in a sample, a little sample of your dress or something so we can kind of find what color it is.
My name is Dolores Pemble. I operate the Spool House here in Hastings. My address is 108 5th Street East. I've been in business, celebrated my 50th anniversary in business in January of this year. I do a lot of prom alterations. I also rent and have available for purchase formal wear for the guys too, tuxedos and suits.
When do you recommend that students should come in and either get their dress altered or start renting suits?
As soon as possible. The last weekend in April, the first weekend in May are typically nationwide the busiest prom weekends. Tuxedos and suits for rental typically right now are running between $2 and $230. It's pretty variable depending on the style of the dress and what the alterations are needed.
It's a 1994 Chevy Silverado. I bought it when I was 15, and it was just used for farming, so I bought it from a one-eyed guy named Dave. I love my truck. It's like a solid 9. Definitely some things I want to change, but it's pretty good. So I have signatures on the headliner of my truck. It's all my friends and my family and everyone that's rode my truck writes on there. They write me little notes like drive safe. They write me Bible verses. The microphone's there for when me and my friends are riding around and we like to sing songs. Usually it's Bentley and me and Lexi, and we just go and we sing and hang out.
Scan our QR code on the screen or find flyers around the school to get your ride on the show. Scan our QR code on the screen or find flyers around the school to get your ride on the show.
Well, Raiders, it's been an honor to be your anchor today, and I hope that the next anchor can surpass my comedic expertise, although that might be impossible. I hope that all of you have a great weekend, and thank you from us here at the show. I'm Scott Thorkelson, and we'll see you Tuesday. Now that my hands are tied, I move my head. Take a trip. Oh my gosh.
It's in your head.
I know, it's the ending part. I was reading Road.
Great. Encourage, I like that.
Yeah.
And everyone.
That was great.
That was